lie detector determined that was a lie. The lie detector determined that was a lie.
Hey guys, hey, sorry I'm late. Life was happening. Hey guys, hey, how's it going? Oh, Jesus. Okay. Guys, it's Cyber Monday. We had a little bit of shopping to do, so okay, how's everybody doing? Hi Erica. Hey me. Hey, what's up? Hey, Live, Laugh, Love. What's going on? V, all of the early birds, everyone who dropped in right after the premiere this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anisha, Cece Monet, what's going on? Unknown. What's up? What's up? Hey, Coco, what's going on? Lady B, Ashley, Tam. Hey, Pineapples. Hey, Christine, what's going on? Ivy, what's going on? It is members and mods, right? I think I set it up that way. If you want to be a member, you can go ahead and hit that join button. I think that it is, I think it's 50% off this month. I don't set that. I think YouTube did that. But if you want to come through, you are more than welcome to do so. Hey, Mrs. Tay, what's going on? Just hit that join button. Guys, we will go over best lie. Best lies of Lievember. Y'all can vote. We need to, if any of you guys know a great lie that was told this month, not to be eclipsed by best lie of the year, okay? We will talk about that next month, but girl, I really wanted to put Love by Erica. I probably should have, because I know for some reason, girl, nobody, I mean, maybe Strong Miami Chrissy didn't tell us a lie. I don't know. I mean, are the promos popping yet? Is the content dropping so the promos start popping? I have no idea. Maybe she's doing them on Instagram. Let me mind my own business, okay? That's a trip. YouTube just discounts yours. Yeah, well, I guess it's their program. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like there's yeah. I don't think I opted in for that. I did opt in like for like gifting. I need to figure out how it works, like to gift someone a membership, because I've seen that in other people's chats, but I don't know how to do it. So I need to figure out like if but I think like members can buy, or like if a member wants to buy and gift. I just haven't seen it. Like we don't see that a lot in our community. But I saw it over at the counterparts when we were over there. Hey, Jeannie. Yes, thank you so much. Welcome, Jeannie. I appreciate you, sis. Thank you. Guys, we've grown by 2 feet. Yes. Hey, Jeannie. Thank you so much, sis. I appreciate you supporting. Thank you. So yes, guys, so much going on. I don't know what you guys want to talk about today. Since it's members and mods, I'd love to let you guys choose. So you guys, I mean, we can go by, gosh, there's just so many things. I don't even know what to talk about. I did release that reaction this morning. I know you guys have checked it out. If you haven't checked it out, go see. I did post something this morning. You guys were mentioning it last week when the trial happened, and after the trial, but Keisha was doing kind of her remarks on Shanquilla Robinson, and there were a couple of people who called out, and even in her comments, which I didn't upload it, but someone sent me a receipt of a comment that she that basically said, okay, we hear you, but what happened to that prank that you pulled? Hi, SK Lee. Hey, what's going on, sis? Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. It's members and mods. I will be live later. Hey, Amber. I'll be live later on Real Talk Bougie. I might push that back since I got caught up today. We had some errands to do. So I'll be live over there, and we're going to be talking about competitive ass, masculine ass females. okay, of which I am not one of them. Okay, I know I might cuss and I certainly might fuss, but I don't tussle. I don't get into that. But these competitive ass wanting to fight type women, yeah, we're going to talk about that because it is real, and you can confront those type of women, or you can encounter those type of women actually, in the workplace. The workplace is horrible. Let me tell you, as someone who has worked in corporate America pretty much my whole entire life, um, it has been a very traumatic experience for me dealing with very aggressive women, but that's the design of promotion and some parts of success. You, it's very hard to become successful in the corporate arena without tapping into masculine energy as a woman, and that's something that I can't, like, it's that's work. So I, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit later. There's some great examples in the news and such of what's been going on lately, of just the pitfalls and the downfalls of that embracing that masculine energy, and also as a feminine woman, um how to navigate around people like that, because they're no bueno. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not competing with you, sis. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how much you want to compete, be jealous, all of those things, you can do that by yourself. Okay. Because remember, no response is also a response, right? Okay. Because the best thing is when you pay someone dust, oh my God, it works wonders. Okay. Because they'll get tired. They'll get tired windmilling. Okay. But anyway, so we did have a little bit of an example of that. We've talked about Keisha and her friends before. Um, Previously, there was kind of the whole thing about Keisha ignoring a dress code at a birthday party, and how she seems to do that on a regular basis, and how that can be seen in, like, how many times do you have to make a mistake to get the point? Hey, Olivia Pope, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of, and then also just what's been in the news. We see a lot of women who unfortunately just don't know how to handle themselves around situations that could potentially be competitive, but staying in their own lane and not feeling like they're being competed with, or not falling for the bait of feeling a way about what other people are doing around them, staying focused on what you're doing, period, right? What is wrong with this poll? How do we choose? You got to choose. Yeah. Best lie. Let's talk about some of the lies this month. Okay. Can any of you drop a lie that was told this month? Um, my God. Okay. So let's look at the poll and let's talk about, it's Lievember, guys. Lievember is still, where are we? We got 2 more days, y'all. We got 2 more days. Um, Love by Erica didn't make the list, but y'all, did you catch when I did the reaction of her reading her book? Now, she didn't drop in November that she was the whole fiasco about the book, but because she basically lied and said she was putting out a new book, but she basically put a new cover on her book from like 5-6 years ago, and couldn't get the book shipped out, she decided she was going to do a reading of the text. And I don't think she's even dropped another episode of that. Let me check and see, because sis has been a little bit quiet. And like I said, I think I told you guys that there was a lot of drama in the Damien Cryer Loved by Erica community, that girl, I swerved up out of there for a little minute, because I'm like, y'all are doing too much. Let's see. So as far as the videos are concerned, and the Muckers, I guess they're getting married. I'm not really sure what's going on with them. Love by Erica stopped her getting married skit. That was over a month ago. But yeah, if she had been doing this in Lievember, girl. So everybody's punching bag. I'm not, so I guess maybe she took it down. I don't know, maybe she realized it was a bad idea and maybe she privated it. I'm not sure. I feel like the reading of the book, let's see. Okay, yeah, this is the okay, wait one second. Girl. I guess trying to make us be convinced that hold on one second. Let me clear this. So this is just honorable mention,
I tried to
mom.
show people that despite the odds, like wherever you come from, you know, whatever you up against, your past and all, like still just press forward. And the fact that so many people dislike me without even knowing the 100% truth on these situations I've been in, like
Okay, so honorable mention right here. Sis was supposed to put out a book. She didn't. Sis was supposed to ship out some orders. She did not. Olivia Pope is dying laughing. Okay. Damian Cryer acts like a 12-year-old. They are funny. They are really funny, guys. You can't take these too seriously. Let me let this
folks in the
play and we're
PayPal,
gonna just talk
they
over it
are
because
well
it's
aware of the
comical.
situation because so many
Sis
people is calling them,
Sis was on the struggle
and they
bus
are going to
for
say, I'm
content,
going to
and
refund you.
Damien was over there doing like
They are
gold
going to
digger
refund you.
pranks,
That way, I
and
won't
he's back.
accidentally slip up and
They're back
refund you.
over there reacting with each other or, you know, filming again until they fall out one more time. But yeah, Love by Erica decided she was going to read her book and do commentary at the same time. The shit was so funny. Now, I think she took it down. Let's see. She went and did some commentary on Shanquilla. I might need to go listen to that, girl. I have not watched that video. This would be interesting from a Love by Erica point of view, along with a former police officer, what she has to say, because she always wants to inject at certain times how she's a police officer. But were you thinking about your police officer career when you didn't ship out the books that you owed people? Okay. When people called you out for a scam, did you, I mean, this whole thing about getting married, the whole thing about the pregnancy test, girl, you get an honorable mention for Lievember, because I'm telling you, sis, if you had done one video about this nonsense, sis, you would be right here. So she's got her little juicy Q&A, which I think came out in November. Um, but girl, we might have to hear some of her commentary. Um, so she, this was, I I'm gonna go listen to it and then I'm gonna come back and react to it if it's reaction worthy. You know, Erica is with the shits and the giggles, and there's just so much going on in this case. I don't want to do it any injustice by what she's going on, how she's going on with the nonsense and the foolishness. But see her here, girl. She went full reactiona. Do you see this? Oh. Has been identified YouTube as inappropriate or offensive by some audiences. Girl, tell us something we don't know. So is her video blocked? That's crazy. Maybe it's with a warning. Girl, Erica, you may as well take
On, I, to be
Okay, so she's got some commentary on it. I don't know. Proceed at your own proceed with caution. I'm gonna just say that. But honorable mention for best lies, girl. Sis was called out for a whole scam. Okay. Um, Now, going into November, what have we seen so far? Liv having nervous breakdown after nervous breakdown. I know a couple of you said that the video of her in the car must be addressed. Someone said that over the weekend, and I was just like, I was too drained to even think about it. All these YouTube moms have 3 or more kids, don't they? All this attention on a damn man, yet the kids are being neglected. Just don't understand these poor excuses from others. And, you know, I think they get single track focused because they put themselves in. There's people out here who their main source of income is YouTube, and that's it. Like, there's no side hustle, there's no hair company, there's no merch, there's no lessons, there's no job, like, out, additional income. Tam said it must be a dress. Thank you, Tam. Look at Bougie Gang stepping right on up. Okay, period. That was me, Fran. Okay. And we will, sis. Is there a particular part that I need to jump into? Because, girl, on a Monday, we can't do all that. Olivia is very annoying. But we're gonna get into it a little bit. I know she was with the shits and shenanigans over the weekend, so we will get up into it. But yes, guys, best lie of Lievember. Anyone? Let's see who you guys are voting for, and you guys tell me why down in the comments. So far, Keisha. So yes, I mean, as far as being caught up in some inconsistencies, that was Keisha. Just the fact of her getting Erica from Kee Cosmetics was interesting. So one thing that was pointed out to me, so Keisha went live, and was that Friday? It was either Friday or Saturday, sometime after Thanksgiving. She went live. It was a complete mess. We did do a little bit of a reaction to it. In between Erica from Kee Cosmetics and Sir, who was asking about Afterpay or whatever the platform she uses for payments, Keisha, I guess, realized how Erica had done a drive-by on her. If you did not watch the video or watch my reaction, and if Erica didn't promote about 10 businesses, she promoted 20. Okay. Erica came on there and was like, look, sis, bish, you owe me. Homegirl came through and talked about everything. The lady from Kee Cosmetics, Olivia Pope, she joined Keisha on her STREAMYARD and basically railroaded through mentioning every damn thing she got going on, from the damn women's festival to damn Macy's to damn some sort of pop-up shop in Atlanta to the lip kits, Black Friday, packing orders, her daughters don't help her, to just ghetto, to inviting Keisha to something where she's supposed to be an ambassador and told her she'll put her on the guest list. Like, Keisha didn't even know anything about it. To, like, I don't even know how many things. And then so after she hangs up, like, literally that lady came through and was just like, just everything she was doing, right? She was getting all her free promo. I don't know if I got the impression Keisha didn't expect it. Then I did notice it, but I was a little bit confused at how these two are not aligned. Okay. So Kee Cosmetics, what I ended up commenting on, which I don't know if I did that in the video or I did in a comment, how Kee Cosmetics was talking about, oh, you got to fill out all these grants. You got to, I don't have a Louisiana accent. I can't imitate it. You got to fill out these grants that, only 1% of women are funded. And I was like, ma'am, I'm going to need for you to support that with some real facts and details, because I don't know where you're getting your numbers from of talking about that only 1% of female businesses get funded. I don't believe that. So what you're saying is that 99% of businesses, men get funded over women. I don't believe that. There's plenty of women out here with business loans, and it's not 1%. I don't know if she meant 1% of Black females, which I don't believe that either. I would love to have that statistics substantiated with some real facts and numbers, because unfortunately, a lot of times we as women, which I can substantiate this, as women, when you, and this is sociology, we, sometimes there's something called a cult of personality. So when you are clustered in like groups, women, racial, cultural, neighborhood, activities, whatever, you tend to start spewing things, not even spewing, but people have a tendency to kind of just believe because you are kind of clustered in a like type sector. And sometimes you might say something that sounds like it could be plausible and sounds like it's reasonable enough, because the pile-on of black, look, I'm not going to get into the whole science behind it. But as far as people who like to believe that there is someone who's got a cosmetics brand who is flourishing after 2 months, after 2 years, doesn't necessarily need to spend time on the internet talking about how disadvantaged and disenfranchised she is, because it sounds like while you're being featured in Elle magazine and Macy's and all of these things, a lot of people can't necessarily boast that after 2 years of a cosmetics brand talking about disenfranchisement, right? So it wasn't really like a great argument. And then she starts talking about how people need to fill out grants and this, that, and the other thing. So it's like you have people start believing that they can get grant money and you don't even have a fully executed business. Some people haven't even been in business for 6 months. They don't even have a product line yet, but she didn't really substantiate why she's telling people to fill out for grants. So she was giving out kind of like some lame business advice that I really just didn't think held water. And meanwhile, Keisha's talking about her mentorship, but it didn't sound like she understood what Keisha's mentorship is, because Keisha's mentorship is paid. The people have to pay to be in Keisha's program. And she was basically saying that we as successful businesswomen should give those services away for free. And what's her name can do that if she wants to. But to me, I don't need anyone telling me how to fill out a grant. I don't oops. I don't need that. If you've got decent credit, you can get a loan. You can go to, there's many different funding sources. Also, some people fund their own businesses. Go figure. Some people actually put their money where their mouth is, where their product is, and they fund it on their own, right? Everybody's not broke. Everybody doesn't have bad credit and everybody doesn't have money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the one rub for me when I hear stuff like that, because I feel like the assumption sometimes is that Black women are all broke, none of us have credit, and nobody knows how to do shit. You know what I'm saying? That conversation really kind of irritated me, but it was the fact that these two are not aligned. Erica doesn't really understand what Keisha does. Keisha accepts payment for business coaching, and homegirl was talking about giving business coaching away for free. Erica, even though I don't know what her business is and what it does, and I don't care, what she was talking about, grant applications and things of that nature, is of no interest to me. And based on, none of that business talk was of interest to me. So that was interesting, but just the misalignment. But back to the lie, as far as the civil case, yeah, that was some, we talked about the contradictions. We talked about that, and that was quite interesting, which is maybe why you've got her at 56%. Is that what anyone who voted, anyone who wants to step up, is that why you would have voted best lie for Lievember? Was Keisha? Keisha had the best lies. I guess she also told us that we would see the house. That didn't happen. Was that a lie, or is that just a postponement? Would you guys consider that a lie? That we would see some sort of very special gift. She also talked about some sort of birthday dress that all of a sudden, like, Keisha gets mad over the wasps. Okay. She's mad over a wasp. Okay. But she had a custom made birthday dress that was supposed to be coming through, and the night of her birthday was not coming, and she was cool as a cucumber. I feel like that was potentially and the one thing that I did not hear from Kee Cosmetics is the fact that, okay, she said it's vegan. a lot of makeup lines are vegan now. That's like the thing. I mean, animal products for your face and animal tested, like that's been I mean, not every line is vegan, but you'd be surprised what lines are vegan. The one thing I didn't hear about, she doesn't really talk specifics about her products. I don't know how Key Cosmetics is manufactured. I will not spend a minute researching because I don't care enough. Um, I saw someone in the chat say something about chemists and formulation and all of those things. I was just kind of like wholesale brand for for resale. I don't know if that's the case, far be it from me. I just really didn't hear a lot of talk about the formulary, you know, anything about, we fine tuned it. This is a very specific liquid lipstick. This is a shimmery da da da. I don't hear her talking about like when I want to, as someone who uses makeup, I want to hear about the makeup. I want to know about the dry down. I want to know, is it a cream to powder? I want to know, is this a luminous foundation? I want to know, do I need to use a setting spray? I want to know, this is a you can go swim all day type of liquid eyeliner. I want to know those things. As someone who is a cosmetics brand, I don't hear anything about the brand. I think I looked at the brand one time. And I'm sorry, I'm going to Hourglass. If I'm going to go to like a niche kind of brand, I'm going to Milk. I'm going to Hourglass. I'm going to, what's the other one that I like? Glossier. If I'm going to go to a Instagram brand, it could be Il Maquillage. It could be definitely Fenty Beauty. It can be MAC. It could be Christian Dior. I have an array of makeup from a Instagram brand to a drugstore because I like trying different things. So I don't, you guys know I love some damn LA Colors lip gloss, and I also love my Christian Dior. I mean, that's a price point difference of potentially $40 between one of the products to the other. I just don't hear her talking enough about the products. Okay. Um, when I see a Charlotte Tilbury, or I see a Pat McGrath, or you see a what was that guy's name? Is it Kevin Aucoin? When you see even some of these makeup artists turned makeup brand, even Jeffree Star, right? Eat Patrick Star, right? They show you the makeup, they talk about the makeup, they use the makeup, okay? Even Jackie Ina, when she used to partner with that guy, the Mac Daddy, he Angel, I forget what his last name is, but any of you guys who used to follow the makeup gurus, Angel, the Mac Daddy, he had those highlighters, those like high beam highlighters. Jackie used to use them. He named a couple after them, and they're like, good friends. He always is like, just like, he talks like that's all he talks about is the makeup. Yes, super scent. She talks the makeup, right? All of it. I never hear her talk the makeup. That's it. I'm gonna just leave that right there. So it doesn't make me curious about anything. You understand? um as people, if you're going to sell makeup, you got to sell makeup. I don't need to hear about price tags. You know what I'm saying? I think the average woman on the internet, I mean, there's also a lot of kids, but she also should know Keisha's demographic at a certain age. If something's 15 or $20, I'm not really concerned. I know how much lipstick costs, unless it's a Christian Louboutin lipstick, or nail polish that's going to run you $75 to $100, like I think I can afford a lipstick. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need to know the prices. I don't need to know about Black Friday. I think I got it, right? So I want to hear more about the product than the price. I know in certain age groups, price counts more, right? But at a certain age group, you know how much stuff costs, you know what the range should be, and you know how to shop, right? So, Big Booty Judy, girl, Big Booty Judy, girl, she gonna show you, she's gonna test a product. Okay. She gonna show you something. She's gonna let you know this is how I achieve this look. This is a, oh, okay. Yeah, girl, I washed and set my hair with my moisturizing shampoo. You know what I'm saying? So at a certain demographic, yeah, it's not price anymore, it's product. Okay. The young girls care about price because their pockets are sometimes thinner, right? At a certain age, you don't care as much about that. It's more so what's in it, what's the benefits, am I going to be popping, etc. Right? Okay. But yeah, that whole thing at the court case, that was a whole mess. So yeah, I get why you guys are voting for that. And it makes sense. So I'm with you. Okay. Olivia, yes, girl. Which lie do we need to go to? I'm gonna pull up the video. We're gonna take a little look at it. Keisha couldn't sell me a plastic bag. She shouldn't have to because plastic bags do what they need to do. Like the story tells itself, right, sis? Just like a lipstick. If it's the right color, then it's coming right home. Okay. Well, I look, $100 lipstick, girl, they're out here. Trust me. But look, if you I'm the type of person, if I see something I like it, I want it, I'm gonna get it, right? Do I buy $100 lipstick? No. I probably would not, but if I wanted it bad enough, if it was in a beautiful enough case, if I thought it was going to provide me that what I wanted, what it needed to give, I might. But like I said, it's there's a time and place for everything. And my main point regarding that is at a certain point, it's less about price point than it is about product. I don't care if something is 50 cents. If it's trash and it's going to break me out, I don't want it. I don't want it. You know what I mean? Um, Vodka's also vegan. There's so many things that are vegan. Okay. Period. So, I think that people know how to read labels. I think that people who it's important for it to be um, vegan, they know, like milk and Glossier. I think some of those definitely, a lot of products are. I mean, it's just not fashionable anymore for products to be tested on animals. And also just the hypoallergenic, that whole thing. There's many different reasons as to why animal testing is no longer kind of a thing, and also not using animal products in the product because of the hormones, people breaking out, so many different reasons, right? Like we could go on and on and on. My main point of bringing that up is, I think clearly there's some sort of break in the relationship there. There is some sort of fracture in terms of the alignment of the product versus the personality of the person who they say was an ambassador, who clearly is not an ambassador. There's things that are going on that Keisha is not in the know of. There's events going on where she's invited as a guest and not a worker, not a paid ambassador. So clearly, maybe the relationship is over. Why they would say it was on pause if it's really on nothing, I have no idea. But it is what it is, right? But yet let's swerve, just because that topic we could go on and on for that. Let's see. Knowing $100 in my purse, resting nicely while some kids don't get enough to eat. Girl, I wouldn't be able to sleep knowing I. Yeah, that's very sweet, sis. This is my thing. I'm gonna say it like this. It's being philanthropic, um, number one, I think there are people who take advantage of people's kindness on this internet. That's number one, right? Number two, you get to have what you get to have. You know what I mean? And you get to want and have what you want to have, need to have, whatever, right? Um, we can't be responsible for the world. There are people out here who will never, have never, and won't ever be good stewards of their resources. Okay. It's like shoveling sand at the beach. If Jasmine makes a certain amount of money and she can't see fit to feed her children properly, or anyone else for that matter, whether she is or isn't, I don't know. The bottom line is, if Boo Boo out here can feed her kids, if Boo Boo gets food stamps and sells her food stamps, or Boo Boo doesn't know how to cook, she could have ample funds, but it won't make a difference because sis can't cook. Sis don't know how to shop. Sis don't know how to plan out meals. You know what I'm saying? There's not enough money and resources put to the side to help people who don't want to help themselves. When she gets sick and tired, let's say Jasmine, for instance, when Jasmine gets tired of being sick and tired of maybe having a gluten intolerance or having certain dairy allergies, if sis doesn't want to pay attention to what she's eating to give her a runny, drippy ass nose, that's her business. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like I don't know what those children are eating. And me personally, I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's not I can't mind someone's business to that extent on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Some people are naturally skinny. You know, I don't know what Jasmine's doing over there when we see those plates and when the seconds come in or don't come in. But I get what you're saying, Apple Pie, and I feel like that is just a testament to how sweet you are. But yeah, my shopping will not be impeded by people squandering their funds and their food budgets, because I promise you, no matter how much money you could send them, it ain't ending up in a pot or a frying pan. Okay. If someone's going to squander their food stamps and their money, trust me, they're going to be squandering those cash apps. Okay. I promise you. So yeah, I mean, it's awful, but I really don't believe that anyone is starving on this internet. I think that we're dealing with some people here who clearly have food issues. That's the real problem. Some of these mommies have very obvious food issues, and they are afraid for their children to take on some of the traumas that they've had to deal with dealing with food. So they are very limited with those plates, because I think that they probably ate like crazy when they were kids, and they want to control the eating rather than controlling their own eating. I mean, Jasmine does not stop eating, but I think she is trying to make sure she's controlling some eating over there so she's not passing on her problems to the kids. So she'll say, that's enough. You already ate. Da, 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 da. Meanwhile, her and Chris eat enough to choke a horse. Meanwhile, they are very deliberate and very regimented about these size plates that they give kids, even though it has been addressed on numerous times that people feel like they're not giving out enough. What can you do? What can you do? So you can't save the world. Okay. So I hope that kind of explains my stance on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's at a certain point, I feel like if the school system sees that there's a problem, uh, kids are dizzy, kids can't focus. They're taking you right to the lunchroom and giving free breakfast and maybe even free lunch, and making sure that those children have at least 2 good meals a day, which I think her kids do get free lunch, right? So, and these are also the children of a ex-felon. So it's quite possible that they qualify for some additional resources since they had a father in penitentiary. So I'm not really sure what these kids get, but I'm sure that they are eligible for some sort of service. The little ones get services at home for therapy and all of that stuff. So I don't think that they are going hungry. Little baby, little sis picking her nose the other day, that's a nasty habit. Jasmine needs to be equipped at carrying some crackers and cookies and having the kid protein shakes available. You know, I mean, is Jasmine way too concerned about what's going on this internet and not really caring about having appropriate snacks and extra foods in her pantry? Absolutely. When I see that pantry, I'm just like, damn, that pantry's empty. Just like the damn Jacksons of Atlanta. Jacksons of Atlanta never have food. The most food they had was over Thanksgiving when the mama came over and was making Thanksgiving. And big fat Justin, who never misses a meal, went to the grocery with his mother-in-law and they checked out for like $160 something. And Jeremy was talking about, not Jeremy, excuse me. Justin was talking about, that's not that bad. I'm thinking to myself, don't you have 5 kids at home? $167 should be just like a regular ass trip to the grocery store with a household of 7.
Daddy a fool. That's my plate. Daddy a fool. Daddy a fool. Daddy a fool.
No, apple pie. I don't feel like you're telling anyone how to spend their money. Absolutely. And with a conscience and a heart, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So certainly I agree. And, you know, hearts like yours are the reasons why there's the Children's Defense Fund. Hearts like yours are the reasons why there's places like Second Harvest Food Bank and all of those things. So don't ever apologize for having a, not saying that you did, but don't ever feel like you have to justify to feel like the way you do, because I respect that. Absolutely. And that's why I do give. But as far as seeing someone like some of these moms on these YouTube streets on how they handle their business, me personally, I would never reach out direct. Some of these people are better served in a program that can be monitored and doled out by standing on a line. Okay. Because to me, giving something to someone like Olivia, she's not going to do anything but go get some damn lip injections or some nails. Okay. The money is not going to be there to fill up the pantry. Okay. Sis will be buying Himador. Okay. Sis will be going and getting a blowout. Sis will be spending it on a recording session for a man. Sis will be going to buy a bra, of which at a certain age in your life, Olivia Pope, you made me say that. If you don't have a bra and you're in your 30s, girl, what in the hell's wrong with you? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these kids' money, a lot of this money that is supposed to be earmarked and allocated for the churn is being spent on party favors. Okay. Men's clothes, men's cologne, running gas, all kinds of just ridiculous things. Okay. And Unc is going to buy a hip 600. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, what are you doing buying $600 shoes? Like, you can't afford that. And if she can, good for her. But with 5 children, you are not married. What in the world are you doing buying a man who is not your husband some $600 ass shoes? That doesn't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Mahogany's mother was there for the 3rd set of twins' birth, but she waits until Thanksgiving. She didn't want to be part of that lie. Absolutely. She knew her daughter was not pregnant with no twins. Okay, apple pie. And I got to get over there because the Jacksons of Atlanta, girl, they need a whole dedicated live stream. Okay. And we're going to do that. But yeah, apple pie, you're a sweetheart. And I know lots of people, a lot of us have big hearts, right? And I do want to tell you that I'm going to wait till the end of this month closes out and I'm going to total up the videos. But right now, as of right now, and I will post the receipt, don't think I won't. Right now, it will be $100 donation being sent to Shanquilla Robinson in the name of Love Lies and Lacefronts and Bougie Gang. Okay, because I told you guys it was the one video, but I put another. There was like 2 other videos together, and I just need to wait till the end of the month to tally it up. But the last time I looked, I will be totaling that up, and I will be sending it over to the GoFundMe, and try to contribute a little bit for sis, because we puts our monies where our mouth is. And I mean, like I said, I can't for these ladies. I give watch time, and it's the watch time that pays and goes to that CPM and gives them a paycheck. However, yeah, I just, I like to pick and choose where I send my funds. And I appreciate you guys watching, and I told you guys that that's what I would do, and that's what I'm going to do. And once I do it, I will post the receipt, because that's you guys, that's all of you guys out here who watch those videos, that money comes from. And I will post it to the GoFundMe, because they are still collecting, and it's going to the legal fees and all of the things of that family having to heal and mend from the atrocity that was that happened to the young lady. And that money will go, and I will donate that over to the GoFundMe and post the receipt, not for accolades, but just because, on this YouTube, if you don't post it, sis, it didn't really happen. So it'll be over there and verifiable and all of that. But yeah, we'll post it so you guys know what that sis does, what she says she's going to do. Okay. But yeah, girl, it's, look, we're all here in this collective because we all have more similarities than we do differences. So how each and every one of us do it might be different, but just the fact that you care is enough, right? Liv, girl, she's a mess, and we know Jasmine, girl, Jasmine's a whole mess too. I did see some of you guys talking about Jasmine showing Chris's kids and how that potentially could be a problem. Thank you, Gwen. You're so sweet. Thank you, Gwen. You're a sweetheart. I appreciate that so much. I don't know what happened with Chris and how Chris might feel about Jasmine showing his kids. I mean, Jasmine is a freaking hardhead. Jasmine is hard-headed, and Jasmine seems to do what she wants to do. She doesn't want to listen, and that's why we all know that Chris is probably not going to be marrying her. I mean, will he marry her? We don't know yet. But at the end of the day, I mean, it doesn't look promising for sis. It doesn't look promising, but I think that if Jasmine really could do it, I think Jasmine would want to do something. She wants her kids on social media. I think she does. If she could have a kid, if she could, create the Onyx kids, and Quise It's Kept, I think Chrissy does too. Chrissy's been doing the TikToks with her daughter. And me personally, I'm just going to be honest. I don't see them going anywhere. I don't see those TikToks riveting enough. Chrissy was doing some sort of TikTok the other day with her daughter standing behind her, maybe texting or something. I'm like, girl, your brand is so inappropriate and trash, in my opinion, right? I know some of you don't feel that way. That's okay. However, I just think that when when your brand is of a certain, you don't see when Amber Rose is publicizing the slut walk, is she toting around her kids with her? Now, maybe you can fact check me on that. Maybe she has, maybe she hasn't. But when some of these people, when Candy is over there promoting her dungeon products, okay, she has an array of ages, okay, stepdaughter, the eldest, the 2 babies. Is she toting them kids around on that? Her bedroom candy, like, everything is not appropriate for everything. And I just think that some of these people, if not all of them, need to really clean up their acts, because I don't know, the brand is not branding to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. Which is why we've got something called Lievember. Okay. but yeah, let's get back into it, guys. Right now, 54% Keisha. I think basically the lies, it was the lies for everybody at the civil case. I think that kind of took everyone out. It was the no showing. Initially, it was the is she gonna show?
There we go. All right, Keisha Anderson versus Latoya.
I'm here.
Thank you, Miss. Is anyone here for Keisha Anderson? All right, not hearing any announcement for Miss Anderson. But last call for Keisha Anderson.
Daddy a fool.
It's the over promising, under delivering. It's the house tour. It's the big gift. It's the birthday dress. It's just all the things that it's the weird flexing, right? It's the weird flexing, all of that. But let's get it a little bit into Liv. I promised you guys it was requested and I promised. So let me do what I say I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead and see what's going on over here. Is this still the video you guys want to see, or do you guys want to talk about okay, let's get into this. This brings me no like, oh, hold on. Let's get into it. This is just a whole entire window of Olivia and the nonsense that she has dealt with as a woman. It's disgusting.
Shit affects us, and that shit makes us act a certain type of way. But we're to blame. The woman is always to blame, baby. Always to blame.
This is just like, to me, I'm probably gonna talk over this whole thing. This woman,
I'm just trying to talk, y'all. Well, I'm just talking shit. I had some shit to say because I just listen to people. People just talk and talk and talk. Girl, I listen. Okay. These couple been through this, and this. Oh my god, you been through what? Oh my god, and y'all still together? Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
Let me ask you: was she drinking and driving at this moment? Do I need to change the poll now? Do you think she was drunk at this moment? Because we know Olivia likes to have a bit of a cocktail. Was she drunk? Do you guys think? LaKenya, no offense to you, but your kids was clean, dressed appropriately, and had a very nice shaped haircuts. I'll wait though. What are you talking about? When they showed up to their little brother's birthday party? I mean, look, this is the deal. Jasmine is responsible for that. You know, if Jasmine's having a first birthday party and doesn't think about the total look of the whole aesthetic of the party, that's how I'm gonna put it. That's her damn business. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would another Black woman or woman, period, not have her sons? I don't know how old those boys are, 10, 11, 12, not have them put together. Like, it's almost like, duh, wouldn't your kids be groomed? You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that they're not groomed, that's the problem. Children showing up with haircuts and nicely groomed, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. That's not a surprise. Girl. Liv is so hurt about Nisha replacing her. Nisha didn't replace her. Gerard replaced her. Let's get the terminology right, guys. Nisha didn't put herself in that position. Gerard. Let's put the truth to the power, or let's put the power to the truth. Nisha didn't do shit. Nisha became a loving partner to a man who replaced a partner that he no longer had use for. Does that make sense? Let's replace some of this masculine female energy. Gerard replaced Olivia. You see what I'm saying? Olivia fucked up. And he's taking a new wife. Nisha didn't take no spot. She was given the spot. She was asked to take the spot. She was proposed to. You know what I'm saying? All of this masculine energy of women taking from other women. Nah, sis. Your man divorced you and he's taking another wife. I think that probably hurts a little more. Okay. It might be semantics to some, but it's the truth, sis. When you got to go run and be a pick me and go buy your own wedding rings, sis, that's a problem. If Gerard couldn't at the time or didn't want to at the time pay for the wedding sets, what was paid for? Like, why, how and why did that wedding even happen? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, girl, let's put the power to the truth. Gerard is taking a wife. He proposed to that woman. She said yes. We all saw it on the internet. He asked her. She didn't take shit. She showed that man love and he reciprocated with it. And he's offering her a lifetime and she accepted it. And she put on his ring and they have promised to marry. Okay. I think that some of these stories really need to be told in the right way to give it the honor and the respect. Like, put some respect back on marriage and engagement. You know what I'm saying? Nisha didn't come take shit. She was given. Okay. That's just my opinion. That's the way I see it, because marriage is that special if you are with the right person. It really is. If your relationship isn't shit, trust me, the marriage is not going to last. Marriage makes good relationships great and bad relationships worse. It absolutely does. It is not just a piece of paper. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. It is a lot. It's a lot. Okay? She's out. She's done. She's been done. When he left that last time and he didn't want to have nothing else to do with her, girl, it was over. Now, whether Nisha was going to be able to deal with it, because to me, guys, you got to look at it like she's dealing with a lot. And the fact that she's got to deal with this chick going on live, let me tell you something. With my temper, girl, I would be like, oh, you want to meet up? Oh, you want to see me? You really want to talk? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Um, sis is crazy. And do you imagine that your fiance's baby mom, ex-wife, you got the kids at your house, this trick is going live every other day and can't stop talking about you? She fucking can't stop, won't stop. Do you imagine the amount of restraint and prayer these people need? And the kids are used to their mom, showing videos and things like that. Like, these kids have been exposed to so much. They probably can't even be. I saw Robin or Ryan on YouTube, and I'm assuming it was probably YouTube Kids, and they probably have to monitor it greatly and probably only have them on the kids app, because their mom's videos could pop up anytime, unless they have carefully recalibrated their phones to make sure that stuff does not show up. Because the stuff that their mother goes live about and talk about that woman and talk about their father, it is so freaking toxic, right? Girl, we would have had to shut that down, or we would be calling the attorney. Like, you can't talk about me, sis. I don't know you. I didn't take your husband. Your husband came on his own free will. And whether Nisha sent him a plane ticket or not, let's not forget that Liv was over there in Steffi G's inbox. It's okay for Steffi G to send DeMarcus a bus ticket or plane ticket, whatever he got, to get back to Colorado or Texas, wherever the hell he went. It was okay for Steffi G to help him. Meanwhile, she was pregnant with his baby when he left Chrissy. It was okay for that. You and Sister Girl were over there in her inbox. But now it's a problem for Nisha. You're over there co-signing Steffi G, but it's a problem for Nisha. Wasn't DeMarcus married to Chrissy? It's the hypocrisy for me. It's what suits your argument that makes your argument. Okay? Okay. Can we talk about that?
the man right there. You got you a good one. Okay, sis.
She's so trashy. At the end of the day, guys,
But
the
you know,
bottom
you
line
cannot
is
raise a
this
man.
this
What's King
chick
Michelle
is
say?
very
You can't
trashy.
raise a man.
She doesn't realize.
He's already grown. What you gonna do? Okay.
She doesn't realize how trashy she is. She thinks somewhere along the line, because Olivia has a very mixed audience, Olivia deals with a certain element of woman who seems to think that Olivia is actually cool. Because those of us who are actually really cool know that, girl, she's far from cool, right? There's people out here who seem to think that Olivia is kind of cool. She's kind of interesting. She's happening. She's none of that. Okay. And the way she talks, and she wants to sound like she's street, she got it going on. She's a baddie. She's from LA. Sis ain't shit. If you're sitting at the gas station and you don't have enough to fill up your truck, if you're sitting over here talking about you're broke, if you're sitting over here and you are crying because you don't have your damn kids because you were acting like a complete and total troll and creep that your husband had to take your children, bitch, you're not shit. And her husband tells her he's not shit. She said Gerard was preaching to her, telling her about herself, about her friendships, about her relationships, about who she is. The fact that you have to sit and listen to that is a tribute to how trash you are. This man has moved on, has the kids, has a fiance, has a house, got the t-shirt, been there, done that, all of that. He's still trying to help you by trying to coach you because somewhere he still cares and wants you to do better so you can have a relationship with your kids. But sis can't shut the fuck up.
And we weren't that close, but like we were getting close. And even though she changed, she said she changed, she did this, she realized her wrongs. It's like certain parts of people, they don't change. Like the shit that makes them them, you know what I mean? I feel like little shit you can change here and there, but But you right, Coco. You like, that's the thing. We have to recognize when somebody is not for us. Yes.
This girl is not,
you know what I mean?
She's not approved. This chick is not approved. She is rejected. She is not certified. This is some bullshit. There is no way on God's green earth that anyone should listen to a woman sitting in her car by herself, looking stale, musty, and trashy, who has been stricken from seeing her kids, who barely can talk to the man she birthed kids for. That's some OG stuff when you can actually, the fact that Portia had her baby father at her wedding. I know some of you guys don't like Portia, you don't approve of her wedding and her relationship. At the end of the day, homie was there because you know what? His daughter's going to have a stepfather. Doesn't mean that Simon's taking over, but he's co-signing. He's there. He's standing up for Portia. Her brother was there. Her family was there. All of that. Okay. This is a woman who is by herself. No one is ever by her side. She moves. She's alone. This is a woman who drove a damn U-Haul cross country. There is not one person with a penis who could get in a truck and help this woman and didn't have the resources to do it herself. This is a woman who has been trashed as a woman. Her female parts, her reproductive parts, her relationships, her cooking, her everything has been trashed on the internet. And people are still tuning in on a live stream to hear this chick talk about what? She's not approved. She's rejected. She's fired. This girl needs to get her life together. She is trash. Do you hear me? What kind of advice can she give? She doesn't know anything. If she knew everything, she wouldn't be in the position she's in.
And change somebody, definitely. I think, honestly,
she's in debt. She's broke. She has no money. Her
lot
channel
of us,
is
or let me
fugazi.
just say me. I'll speak for myself. I'm not gonna speak for a lot of us.
Girl, please
But
don't, because
as
you
far as
can't
I
speak
go,
for
I
nobody.
didn't love myself for a very long time, and that's why I accepted anything. And now it's like, you want to talk to me? For what? For why? Why do you want to talk to me? Like,
She still doesn't have any. She has nothing. This girl, like the fact that people are trying to talk to you, why is that included in a conversation about you talking about men who have mommy issues? So you think someone's trying to talk to you because they want to use you? If you are someone who can't be used, bitch, they're not coming. Okay? They're not coming. There's people in this chat who've never had anyone come to them like that. You know why? Because you don't give off that energy. When you are navigating this world looking thirsty, like you need a sip, when you are horny and you want some sausage, when you look desperate and lonely, when you are trolling POF and all of the dating sites, when you are on OnlyFans, popping your ass and beating your ass with a leather belt, when you are twerkulating in see-through pink underwear on Instagram, when we've seen you in the same clothes day after day after day after day, when we've seen you wake up from drunken stupors, from looking high as hell, and you're trying to figure out why some lames are trying to talk to you, girl, we already know. You need to know. We know. I know. I know why they're trying to talk to you. They want some putty cat. They want a free place to live. You look thirsty. You look easy. You are a mark, sis. How many times do people need to tell you this?
don't waste my motherfucking time, honey.
Don't waste your time. How about you don't waste your time?
But I just feel like, even like Kevin Samuels and like the guys who do, narcissists.
She's so dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Of course they try to look like they changed, girl. Duh. Yeah. Let me tell you something else. A man can fake it all day long.
She looks
all
high.
day long.
Do you see this? She looks high. Hold on, let me zoom in on
You think
this.
so, Virgo? I don't believe that. I don't think unless you've healed within yourself and worked on yourself, there's a lot of work. Like, I'm still working on myself, and there's like still so much work that needs to be done. You feel me?
Girl, you got a PhD amount of work.
It takes so much work to work on yourself. Like, you really have to heal some trauma that goes back far, far, far.
Girl, you got trauma and demons.
Maybe. That's true. Everybody does not get the same version of you. That is true. I will give you that. Because if you have healed and done the work, I can say, yeah, you could go out and you can meet somebody and you could be better for yourself and for that person. I definitely agree with that. But it takes you time. Okay? It takes time. Like I said, I'm still working on myself, and
because you're horny.
Girl,
you've got
this pimple. You guys
you
have
need
a pimple.
you need to treat the sex addiction. Let's call it what it is, guys. Olivia, I don't know what. Look, I'm not a doctor and I'm not diagnosing, but she clearly has some sort of sex addiction to me. Like, okay. She needs to treat the addiction. She needs to treat the fixation. She needs to calm that ass down. And she needs to stop trying to find the value in her body that makes her worthy. She thinks that there's something special about her looks and her body and what's between her legs that makes her a bad bitch. And no, it does not. It doesn't, because the older that men get, they know they can get sex any and everywhere. And right now, you are 30s, out of shape, not super attractive, and you don't have your children, ma'am. That's just not a badge of honor. So when men come through and you don't even, like, all they need to do is see your social media that you have like an anonymous baby and you have 3 kids and you're in a custody battle with your ex-husband who's got a whole nother thing going on completely opposite of you and seems to be carrying on quite well. And you are still in the midst of denial and trauma and abuse to yourself. Nobody wants that. The only other person who wants that is another damaged soul. and they're going to come and use the fuck out of you.
So crazy. I feel like a little kid or some shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, she's severely
I see some people that
damaged.
did others so dirty, try to look like men of the year. Oh, girl.
It's like, stop
girl, I don't
judging.
know.
Stop judging the man. Like, there's no forgiveness or redeeming. Like, instead of saying, you know what, I'm so damn jealous, I can't stand myself that Gerard is really done a 360 and or 180, whichever one it is. And Nisha's getting the better version of him than I could, because he decided to change up the game for her and not for me. But you had to give that energy. You had to be the bitch that made him stand up. You had to be the bitch that made him want to have more, do more, be more, all of the things. But because of that, this is where he's at. This is where you're at. And she's having a really hard time dealing with that. It's like, oh well, too bad, sis.
I just look back on things and I just realize, like, oh wait, can you? No, I look back on things. Oh gosh, and I'm not even talking about one specific person, y'all. I'm talking about like everybody that I done dealt with. Okay, my whole motherfucking life. Okay, and I'm just like, oh my God, Olivia, did you have no self-worth?
No, you did not.
Self-esteem? Like, honey, this is embarrassing. Like, this is embarrassing, honey. This is embarrassing. Okay, I'm embarrassed. Like, I'm seriously like. And I was talking to my sister the other day, and I was talking about one of these little that I dealt with, and I'm like, I'm telling you, he was nothing like that. Like, you guys,
she couldn't have made it on
it's
Kevin's
so different
platform.
with me
She just
and people
couldn't.
in person and how they come on the internet and they try to.
You guys know
shit.
this. Like, we know how that would have turned out. But Kevin Samuels, she could not even get on her showing up musty like that. It would never have happened. Just the pre-interview, it wouldn't have happened. She has nothing going on. She has no education. She has nothing going on for her. Her YouTube, her social media presence is shit. She's lost her kids. She's you know how some people say, and you've got a sus baby daddy? She's the sus baby mama. Okay? She's the sus baby mama. She doesn't have a sus baby daddy. Gerard's going to church, bought a house, he's engaged, he's getting married, he's cleaned up his act. He's doing something complete. He is not the same man he was 2 and 3 years ago. Is he perfect? I don't know. I'm not in his business like that. At the end of the day, the optics have changed. Sis, optics are worse. As a woman, you look bad.
It's crazy. Do you think you were the same person in each relationship? Yes, I do. I could say that. Yep. Yeah, because the trauma that I was dealing with, or I had to look at and deal with, was like from way back in the day. Like way back in the day, we talking about when I was young. So yeah, in a sense, I'm not gonna say the same person, but I dealt with the same struggles and I had the same triggers and I responded the same way when I was treated a certain way. Yeah, because I was fucked up. I mean, we still working through it. Okay, it's a work in progress. But yeah, girl.
Sorry, guys. Oh my God. I didn't realize I was on mute. My bad. Girl, she's dealing with trauma. That's what I was talking about. My God. I'm sorry, guys. It's a mess. Let me get back into it because I said a lot and I don't know if I can repeat all of it. But at the end of the day, I think that she has dealt with some trauma, obviously, as a child. I don't know if it was sexual trauma. I don't know if it was assault trauma. We know that her father was missing. She's showing all of the signs. She has hypersexualized herself, but it manifests in very negative and or masculine energy where she tries to dominate and emasculate the men that she's with because she wants to be in control. She wants to have the power, okay? And she has a man, the type of man that she wants, the romantic, the protector, the provider, the traditional, the all of that. Yeah, he doesn't want any of that masculine dominating female dominatrix, I'm going to fuck the shit out of you type of woman. They want a lady. They want someone who is a good steward of themselves and wants to cherish and honor and be in a real relationship, not just a who can score on who situation. Okay. That's not what real men, especially as she's getting older. Yeah. That's not what they want.
Okay, right here. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, a lot of our traumas stem like from way back in the day. And I can honestly say, I can sit here and say I have
shame on Stella
daddy issues. I'm not gonna say severe because that seems a little strong, but I grew up with daddy issues. And I also be thinking about that shit. Like I'm telling y'all, and I be journaling now, y'all. I be journaling, so I be writing all this shit out and shit. So it's on my mind. But like I've dealt with people with mommy issues. Like that's crazy. Like I have daddy issues, and it's like I attract men with mother issues. So it's like a person with daddy issues, it's like all we want is love. We just want to be loved because we feel abandoned. We feel like we didn't get that love and that protection and that security from.
But the love, protection, and security doesn't come through your vagina, okay? It comes from your heart. It comes from your soul. It comes from working on wanting better and not using your body to find that fulfillment. That's not where it comes from. It comes from your soul.
The one man that was supposed to provide it, okay? Mommy issues, whole other thing, and I don't mean this in any type of way. I don't want to offend anybody, but I find that people with mother issues are very cold. Like the daddy issue people were more emotional, but the mother issue people are more cold, closed off, and just a little bit more cold-hearted. Maybe because that's how you guys deal with your pain, because like you didn't receive that love, so you were just like, fuck it, I'm not finna be vulnerable for nobody. Like, that's my view on it. So
she's so warped.
It's a trip, and like I said, hateful. Maybe not hateful, but maybe they're more like mad at the world. Like they're more angry. I'm not gonna say hateful, but I will say angry. Like they have more of like resentment. When daddy issue people have more.
Stella is the problem because Stella allowed something happened on Stella's watch. Let's put it that way. Something happened on Stella's watch to Olivia, maybe even to sister girl, and homegirl is in agony over this and needs therapy, needs some sort of a hug, needs some sort of intervention. She needs something. Sis, it ain't right. Okay. And the fact that she still doesn't see it. Look, she can go down to the damn rec center and probably get it there. I mean, isn't there free services available? There's got to. I mean, if she has Medicaid for little homie, she might need to seek out having some sort of, or go down to the counseling center. Look in your you're in a big city. Dallas is a big city, and I'm sure they have some sort of free mental health services for people in need. Whether it's just not even need from a like I can't pay. Like some people can't pay $150, $200 to sit and talk. Like some people need a lot of sessions. I mean, she might need, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not trying to be funny. I mean, it takes some people are able to sit down in a chair and light bulb goes off. They are given some prompts, they're given some keys, and they are able to think it through, change their thinking. Because oftentimes, let me just tell you guys, there are look, at the end of the day, if you want to create profound change, it starts with sometimes changing your thinking, changing your responses to the triggers, right? And how can you change responses to the triggers? You have to change your thinking. You have to change your feeling around that thing so that you don't respond the same way. Now that you have freed yourself, because Iyanla used to do a lot of this, right? She would expose you to something, she would help you react to it and give you the opportunity to really be vulnerable to change the response. Once you change the response, you can allow some different thinking. If the trigger always blocks you from healing, you can't create profound change, right? It's mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Okay. It's it's brain work, it's heart work, it's soul work. Okay. Sometimes you have to forgive, sometimes you have to be angry, sometimes there's a lot that this girl has to do. And the reason why, I guess, today watching this, what's frustrating for me as a woman of a certain age is at a certain point in your life, you just got to be tired of being tired. It's like, sis, aren't you tired yet? Aren't you ready? It's like being at the altar call at church and maybe you're not saved, but you love Jesus, you love going to church, and they're like, won't you come, won't you? And is this going to be the Sunday? Is this going to be the Sunday? Is this going to be the Sunday? Like, sis, girl, either you want happiness or you don't. She needs the truth. She needs to see the truth. She needs to accept the truth. This happened and it's not my fault. Or this happened and I could have done something else. Like, there could be several different issues here. But all I'm saying is, yes, the truth, not your truth, the truth. What happened? What happened? You don't have to tell us because I don't want to know that much. At the end of the day, what did I play in it? And how am I going to deal with this? Okay. That's how you really can create some profound change. You cannot rest in the trauma and rest in the story. You know how some people, you ask them a question, all of a sudden they go into the story. Well, this is what happened, rather than, yeah, that bothers me when that happens. But yeah, I'm dealing with it, girl. I'm trying to get past that. That's someone who doesn't have to. There's some people, just notice, if you've never noticed this before, there's some people, when you ask them something, they go into the same story every single time. It's like they open up a script. You ask them about something and it's the whole, it's speech. It's Easter speech. That's a cover up. Okay. Olivia and this Easter speech that she does every other day, it's a cover up. Okay. There's a reason why this woman is being called manic on the YouTube streets. There's a reason why people are really tired of hearing this story 50 different ways to Sunday, because we've heard it a million times. We know, but she doesn't want to fix herself. She is more comfortable in trashing him because it makes her feel better, because she has trashed herself. It makes her less responsible for her trashy lifestyle by trying to diminish and discredit the man who is seeing after the children, the father.
Or like sadness, like we're more sad. We have like that.
She's talking some nonsense right now.
So yeah, y'all, it's a lot. But like, going back to my main point, I was sitting around the table the other day with a bunch of couples, and we had so much fun. We're drinking. It was so much fun.
You were sitting with some couples. What were you doing?
It was me and this guy, and we were like the only single people there. But I was like, just listening to everybody's story. First of all, everybody has issues, okay, in their marriage. And I noticed that as well, because the women were talking to me and they were just like, oh my God, girl, I can't stand him. And I'm like, okay, you can stand him. That's your husband. But seeing the love that these husbands had for their wives, I was just like, oh my God, like that's so That's adorable. I like that. That's what I want. That right there. So.
Do you see how she low-key trashed the women? Okay. Did you catch that? The women can't. Why does Olivia always have to exalt herself over other people? Bitch, that's her husband. Okay. All right. When you pay the cost to be the boss and you can actually be at a social event with a man that you call your husband, then speak on it, sis. But you're over here talking about some women talking about their husbands, and then the husbands. Olivia is not a girl's girl. She's a type of woman who will kiss up to a man. That's why Jasmine needs to be careful having a friend like Olivia, because when Olivia is joking around like, oh, Chris, here's the newborn set. Like, Olivia is the type to throw another woman under the bus to make a joke and have favor with a man, versus like being a woman with another woman. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what was the relevance in that story you just told us? The fact that you're throwing these women, you were at a couples event, the women were very nice. Clearly, they're trying to fix you up with whatever loser is available. And you make note that the women are negative towards their husbands. They have some sort of animosity. Maybe there's a problem. But you seem to think that the guys are so fabulous. First of all, why don't you get up out of other people's marriages and work on yourself before you start trying to dissect what else is going on? And on top of that, why are you so concerned? Like, I almost feel like Olivia is actually like a woman hater. I feel like Olivia doesn't even really like women. Like, hearing her say that makes me think like of misogyny, but in reverse. She doesn't like women. Well, maybe it is misogyny. She's a female misogynist, if that's even possible. There's something about her that doesn't even like women, because I guess, yeah, if you hate yourself, how can you enjoy the company and friendship and the kinship of another woman, and relate and have fellowship and all of those things, when all you do is try to win favor of men? And maybe that's the daddy issue. Olivia, you need to check yourself, sis, because you betray your privacy all the time. Like, it's just obvious to me.
I just want like that security, you know what I mean? And I've never had it. I've never had the feeling of security. So maybe that's why I'm so quick to like up and bounce around. Like, I don't know, y'all. It's crazy. And then finally, when I build that security for myself and for my children, like, I feel like a fucking tornado came and like tried to, like, I'm sorry, excuse my French, fuck up everything that I've worked so hard for, you know, because I worked so hard to get stable with my kids. And, you know, it was just all like, I'm not going to say it was destroyed, because it's not destroyed, but somebody was trying to destroy it. So it's okay. I just don't want like issues.
Do you hear the dialogue? Which we all know this because we've been watching. But how was it that Gerard was coming to try to destroy it? Gerard was coming to try and see his kids, and you made it difficult for him to see his kids. So he had to do what he had to do. He didn't want to have a situation where he's not showing up for his children. You were trying to make it hard for him, and he had to make pathways. You were creating obstacles. Any of you guys who are in project management, you know how you have to take away the roadblocks and create pathways. You've got 2 and 3 groups working together, and someone's got a initiative they're trying to push through, but it's going to disrupt the billing system. It's going to disrupt the data storage. They want to have, what did they call that? She's creating roadblocks and he's trying to create pathways. Okay. She didn't want a pathway. She wanted to cut things off. She wanted things to be her way, not the way that was best for everyone. even though she may say, well, why is it that he's creating? So let's just say he's creating roadblocks, because he's creating roadblocks now, but now you want to create pathways. Sometimes it's too late. Sometimes it's just too late. Like, how it's the I don't fuck with you anymore. Okay. Or I'm not fucking with you right now. Okay. You can only do but so much to someone
that I have
and expect them to still play ball with you.
or like that their father has to like run down on them. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
trickle down to them. Even though at this point,
so as so like you said, so live, laugh, love. When you are trying to negotiate, there's some big initiative, there's some big change happening in the organization. Everybody is trying to protect their turf, right? You got shared services, you've got IT, you've got the business, right? And the business needs something done. And the shared services department, they want to put a new billing system, but the new billing system, they need to get an MDM program, the I forget what it's called, like the multi-data master data management, right? And they're going to be converting over the systems and this, that, and the other thing. And people have to protect their turf. People want to protect their data. I worked for a company before, and I was actually hiring a master data management director. Okay. And this person was going to, it was several different companies who would all come together, multi-systems, multi different business lines. And there was just a year of conversations on what made sense in terms of what systems could be converted, what systems couldn't, protecting their turf, focusing on pathways rather than roadblocks. Because at the end of the day, when people don't want to budge and people want to protect what is familiar, what is easy, what is good, what is all of those things, not in the interest of the company, but in the interest of protecting their department, their people, their preservation. They know automation could come and wipe out jobs, all of those things. At the end of the day, it's the house that rules, right? And I just really think that Olivia she's someone who likes to create stalemates and roadblocks. She absolutely does. She absolutely does. She absolutely does that. And she doesn't see it. And she is also someone who thinks that she is smarter than everybody in the room. She's not humble. She's not humble.
point, it's like there's so much trauma there already. Like there's so much neglect, and I don't mean like neglect like I neglected them, but in a sense they're gonna feel neglected by each of us in their own ways. Oh, it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up, but it's okay because
This is really her therapy, guys.
And as long as I feel like if I talk to them and I stay in good communication with them
absolutely
throughout their whole life, and I let them communicate back with me, they feel like they have like an open space where they can always communicate to me about anything, they'll be okay, But y'all, can you imagine? They had their two parents together, and yes, there was a lot of shit going on, and they seen a lot of shit that they should have never seen. But now, my dodo self going back to Texas like a dumbass, trying to chase behind him. He don't want it.
Look, I'm on the record. I told your ass not to go. I told you 6 months ago. I hope you're not trying to go back to Dallas. If you think that all of a sudden shit's going to stop just because of you, girl, that ship sailed over a year ago. Maybe if you had a chance when you were there a year and a half ago, maybe, but you took up with damn so-and-so and girl, then you went back to Florida and took up with someone else and had a whole baby. That man don't want you. He's not thinking about you. He actually gets to see his people. Gerard basically gave up his family to deal with you. They're not letting him go ever again. Okay?
Come back here. Then they're taken from me. Oh my gosh, my poor babies. And then they're thrown in this house with this, oh my God, girl. It's just my poor babies. It's so sad. I just be thinking about everything, y'all.
She's doing everything she can.
Mommy issue guys are selfish. They just think of themselves, yeah. And they don't care. Like, they don't care about anybody else. Yes, selfish. Yes, selfish. So selfish. So selfish. Take every past relationship as a learning experience of what you don't want. You'll know how it feels when there's no trauma in the relationship. You feel free. Yes, girl, definitely. I feel like the nurturing empath women find the guys with mommy issues. Yes, definitely. Definitely do. It seems like he doesn't want you happy without him. I don't know, girl. I don't know. It's just too much. You know what I mean? I mean, definitely, yeah. I mean, definitely. But it's sad because you have one person here that's working through their issues and trying to like understand things and work on things, and then one person here that won't even acknowledge that they have issues, that they have anything to work on. And you were seeing a therapist? You were seeing a therapist. Okay, I guess.
How rude is it that she does that? Like, you're not even healed. So how does that make you even qualified to be able to judge his healing? You're not healed. You are a complete idiot. How are you qualified to judge him? You don't even know what the healing is. What makes you have all of a sudden some superpowers to know whether this man is healed or not when you two are able to pull the same triggers on each other? How do you, what? That's why he doesn't want to have anything to do with you, because he's working on himself, and he may feel out of control when he's around you because you like to pop them triggers. So because he's working on himself to be a better man, to have a better life, to be a good father, and to give a proper example to his family and the way he wants to put himself out here to the world, you feel qualified to judge his therapy, to judge his pathways, when you are sitting in a car for the 55th time this week, complaining about the same thing again and again and again and again.
Sure. But like I said, the only reason anything about him affects me is because it has to do with my kids. You know what I mean? And now I have to, like, this whole thing, taking them from me and doing everything that he's doing now. Like, he doesn't understand the amount of trauma.
What about the trauma he felt when he had to call Largo PD when he got off work? Guys, any of you guys who have the luxury of a lot of vacation time, or you have a lot of freedom, think about when you didn't. Think about when you literally had 48 hours off and you had to make the most of those 48 hours. I remember a time when my mom was dying and I would get off work on a Friday. I would have my bag in my car. I'm driving to the airport or getting ready to get on the road and drive home and literally be home for 24 hours just to hold her hand. Where there's a will, there's a way. This man got off work, drove from Texas to pick up his kids. And she's making it difficult for him to pick up his kids so he can enjoy them over a weekend, over the holiday, over the summer. And has to be back to work, of which she doesn't clock in on any job. She is so inconsiderate and selfish that all she sees is him taking from her. She cannot acknowledge. Do you not see that she cannot even acknowledge? She barely even mentions her remembrance of the time when she was in Florida, of how she did him, how she used to talk about him, how we would see the live streams, that he couldn't pick up the kids. She's calling the damn police on him. She's crazy. She's a whack job, guys.
What he's doing up here to them. You know, he doesn't even care. He doesn't even care. And to think, y'all, and to think that they have to feel that. They're going to have to deal with that. You mean not enough of your presence. That can definitely be traumatizing to them, especially when you live so close. I honestly feel bad. Oh yeah, girl, imagine, you guys, imagine this, okay? Nobody in that family likes me. So not only do they hear shit talking from the dad, they hear it from everybody. Everybody. I mean, they publicly get on live and they talk about me and they whatever. So imagine nonstop probably hearing shit about their own mother. This is their mama, okay? That's been with them since birth, nurtured them.
But they
them,
listen to you talk about Niecy for hours. They listen to you. You don't think, girl, stop it.
And when I talk to them, my poor babies, like, they so damn confused, and they just be like, it's so sad. It's so sad because
we're going to stop right here and we'll get back into it if you guys want to. All I got to say about this at the end of the day, guys, you know what this all boils down to? Y'all, it's damn Lievember and CPMs have gone up. Homegirl isn't getting the views she used to get. Homegirl needs a check. She got rent to pay. She got gas to buy. She got food to purchase. She got damn child support to pay, sis. At the end of the day, all of this, let's put an asterisk on the bottom of it because it's hard to, just like some of you guys, like Keisha, and you guys say her fake outrage. Olivia and her, I don't want to say fake trauma because I really do believe that she does have trauma. Clearly, homegirl is touched, okay? But she's monetizing it. She's pimping her pain, okay? She's put some coin to it, okay? She's coin operated her pain. She's exploiting. Thank you, Black Butterfly. Thank you. She is it's a caricature, okay? It becomes laughable. If it wasn't so sad, girl, I would be over here I'd be laughing, okay? And I'm serious. Because she thinks everybody is stupid. Olivia is fully aware that she's fucked. And I don't think she wants to do anything to help herself. It's really sad. And, reacting to this, it is frustrating to me because when you see a woman who really could create some change for herself and have a little better, do better, she has to want better. And I don't see that. I see her as a very damaged woman. And, I guess the trigger for me is it's pathetic. I'm very much of an outcome driven person. I like people who, if they need help, they want help and they want to create change in their life. They want things to be different. They don't like to be stuck. Olivia is the type of person who likes to be stuck. She enjoys her story. She likes to complain about it. And that's her comfort zone. And those are the very type of people I enjoy having nothing to do with. Seriously. Like, it's almost like kryptonite to me. If you are stuck in the bullshit, yeah, that will never be a friend of mine. Once I realize I'm with a damn stuck in their bullshit ass friend, yeah, girl, I'm good. I'm busy. I'm this, I'm that. I'm not available. You know what I'm saying? Because that's, you can't get to the moon with dead weights. Okay? You can't elevate with dead weights. You just can't. She's dead weight. She really is. Homegirl is stuck. She enjoys the bullshit. She loves living in the shits that are her life. And you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, we're continuing to swerve and look at this. It's unfortunate that sis doesn't want better for herself, but we can't want it for her. I can't want it for her at all. Like, I'm just here to be a observer and a witness and watching these videos and giving my commentary. This chick is a whole mess. So anyway, guys, I really wish we had time to get to Jasmine and company and finish this up, but we'll talk about it tomorrow. We'll get into something else. If you guys want to finish up this video, we can. I don't even know how much we have left, but girl, like today, sis, bye. Okay. It is what it is. Sis is stuck, and she'll be right here where we're leaving her tomorrow. And I guarantee there'll be a whole nother episode posted. So guys, I hope that you have a good afternoon. I hope you enjoyed this reaction and commentary of the content. And I will see you guys next time, okay?
I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking
Don't
life.
get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still
I'm not beat.
talk my shit.
I'm not beat. I'm not beat. I'm not beat.
Whatever.
I'm not beat.
There's different technicalities to the shit.
I'm not beat. I'm not beat. I'm not
I'm
beat.
just saying, whatever negativity. Hold on. Hello.
Call me like 5 hours away.
All right.
I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I'm not bitch. I'm not bitch. I'm not bitch.
Don't get me
I'm
wrong,
not
I'm still a
bitch.
petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm not bitch. I'm not bitch. I'm not bitch. I'm just playing.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm not beat. I'm not beat. I'm not beat. I'm just playing. I'm not bitch. I'm not beat.
Don't get me wrong, I'm still a petty bitch and I'll still talk my shit.
I'm not beat. I'm not beat. I'm not beat. I'm just playing. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. I will always bring this up for the rest of his motherfucking life. Ooh, why Fashion Nova keep hitting me up though? Cause I'm that bitch. 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 I'm just playing.